So few years ago, I got introduced to um forex trading. I think around 2021, 2022. Oh yes, 2021 was lockdown. Then 2022 was when I went for my IT. Yeah, that was when I got introduced to forex trading, and I had no idea of what I was getting myself into. But then I was really interested. I was ready to actually learn how to do this thing. But then I didn't know that you could actually learn how to open a chart and analyze and something like that. So I went ahead to collect. I collected money from my mom. I think it was 7,500 then to fund like 15k, $15 rather. I collected money from my mom to fund the account. Definitely I blew it because I didn't have any knowledge of what I was doing. You get? So I was so ready to learn it, bro. Like I was so ready to just start something, to just you get what I'm trying to say. So while I break down my setups from last week and this week so far, my running setups this week, I'll be talking about my journey so far, lessons that I've learned. By the way, I trade a good funded account. I bought a good funded account, 5k, April last month. Yeah, and they gave me a bonus of 10k, pass then pay later. Yeah, that's what they gave me. So I'll be showing my Notion dashboard and then the good funded dashboard. So the first setup I'm going to take is the Euro GBP, right? I'm going to be sharing my thought process on why I took this trade. Euro GBP. Alright, so I'm going to be starting with Euro GBP. Just like I said, this trade happened somewhere around this point. The diagram is still D. Annotations are still loading. Network is kind of shaking this morning. Yeah, so here we are. Forget about this one, I didn't execute, but I actually analyzed it. But there was something that I saw here that made me not to take it. So you can see it eventually ended up in loss. But this guy right here, I took it and I was chopped. So what my thought process here was that I had a bigger structure from this point, right? Price book structure with an huge momentum right here, right? And then we had a little fair value gap around this point. That should be a reason why I shouldn't have taken this stop. I took it anyways. I took it either ways, right? Then another of my confluence that I use, I'm not going to say that in this video, but I use another confluence to help me to invalidate some setups just like this, right? But then I used it and then it was pointing me to the right direction, but there was still something missing, right? So it pointed me to the right direction, but then we still ended up like this, right? So that's it for this trade. Although I was kind of skeptical about the move, right? Because look at how many days it took for this guy to come. Because I've seen the trade, I saw the trade around when it was around this point, when it just broke structure here, when it was at this peak. So imagine me trying to wait for the setup till this point. That's like a month, right? Almost a month, right? And then after that, when price finally triggered, waited 8 days to get stopped. That's how crazy this system is, right? But then I'm trying to teach myself that patience and discipline to pull through every trade. And you'll be wondering why I didn't consider putting my starting the range from this point. Why I didn't do that was because I didn't see any reason why price might want to come back into this point, because there is no FVG, there's no obvious FVG around this point, right? And you'll be wondering why I didn't put it down here. I didn't put it down here because this guy was the origin of this setup, right? We had the sweep from this point, a break from this point. This is the reversal setup, and this is the continuation setup, right? This guy is the origin for this guy, right? And there's possibility that price might still be continuing up, but then I don't see myself taking any setups from this Euro GBP anymore, right? And you will notice we had a flip from this point, right, after price broke the structure, and you can see how price reacted from that range, reacted from it and still stopped it out. So Euro GBP is kind of not settled right now. So let's move on to the next one, which is Euro Chef. This is what I'm going to be explaining here. Because of what happened here, I assigned a new rule, right, which is that I don't take setups with the same base currency or quote currency, right? For instance, now if I see a setup that has the same, that the base currency is the same as the quote currency for another pair, right, I will just choose one. I wouldn't be trading the two of them, right? If I have another currency that has the same base, that has the currency, like one currency has the same base currency as another base currency, for instance now Euro GBP and Euro USD, I will pick one among the two, you get. For instance now, if I have GBP USD and GBP JPY, I will pick one of them, right? And if I have USD Chef and GBP USD, I will pick one. So I don't trade similar base currencies or quote currencies, something like that. I hope you get what I'm trying to say, right? So that's part of the reasons, that's part of how I kind of filter out my trade. So let's go to the next one now, using this guy as a reference point, right? I took this one and that Euro Chef about the same time. Yeah, this is it right here, right? You notice that Euro GBP was buying, right? And I was expecting a sell. On Euro Chef, right? While Euro GBP was buying. Normally this guy this one supposed to buy as well, because they have the same quote currency, they have the same base currency rather, right? This might be the reason why this guy is stop loss, you get. So I later reconciled that the mistake I likely made here was that I was supposed to still maintain this point of swing. Why? Because there was still some sort of pocket of liquidity at this point where price might likely want to come back and fill up before continuing, right? So I kind of shifted it up to this point because I saw this deep pullback and then a break of structure with momentum, right? A break of structure with momentum. That was why I shifted it up to this point, and then I took a loss here and I took a loss in the Euro GBP as well. Right, so that has become a rule for me to filter out some setups. So that was what happened on this day. We took 2 losses being incurred, 2 losses. I will paste the screenshots somewhere around the screenshot so you can see it. So moving on to the next one, which is the NZD card, and I'm kind of running a setup here as well, right? So this is what I saw here, right? This guy is a reversal setup for the continuation of this one, right? So I initially saw this guy, swept this guy, then broke structure, not just one structure. We broke this structure, we broke this structure, we broke this structure, we broke this structure. So that gave me the clue that price might actually be time for price to continue to go from a bearish state to bullish state, right? So this guy too took quite a lot of time, because I think I caught the setup right from this peak, right from this point. That was when I was in this setup already, right? And that was like around April the 10th, the 9th of April, right? I think I'll paste the screenshot, the before screenshot on here as well, right? So right from that time, you can see the amount of days it took for me to wait for it. 19 days, a whole 19 days, and the time of waiting was like just 7 days, right? So in total like that would be like that would be like 26 days. That's swing trading for you, bro. That is swing trading for you. So what I basically saw here was simple: sweep, break of structure, momentum, pocket of liquidity. I entered around 71%, caught a 2.44 RR trade, and then just like before, I didn't cover the whole swing point, just took it from this point because I didn't see any reason why price might want to come back into this point right here. So that was the first win that I got on this place, right? So let's go to the next one, which is the USD card. And then this guy there is a whole story behind this guy. So USD card, yeah. So this guy, I initially saw it right while I was going through all, because what I do is that per week on Sundays, that's when I do my top down analysis. So that's when I do my market overview and what I'll be looking for the week, right? So as I was doing that, I saw this trade, right?
I saw that we had this sweep from this point, we had the break, but then price was coming downwards, right? We had a downward slope, like lower lows and lower highs, right? That's a bearish trend, right? And then I saw a sweep right here and a break, right? This should be a continuation pattern, right? But then you can see this guy played out, right? And then we got another break of structure from this point, and then price continued, and then we expect for price to, and my expectation was for price to come down normally, continue bearish trend. But then I used that my filtering technique to actually check if price was still going to continue in this line, but then I didn't see any confirmation that price was going to continue downwards. Why I now took this trade was that I saw a colleague, like someone that uses this exact same strategy. I saw him taking the trade. The guy has been trading before. He has been trading this particular model before me, so that was the exact reason why I went to go and place this trade. And it ended up in a loss, and there was a crucial lesson that I learned. I initially filtered out this setup that I wasn't going to take it, but then I saw it in his watch list and I decided to take it. That's the lesson that I learned from this particular setup. And then what happened was that after price triggered us in, right, gave us a little movement, then went back, didn't stop me out. That's the reason why I love gold funded. You see these little pips that is right here, that this little pips right here, this is 0.4 pips right here. Gold funded didn't tap me out, honestly. Over the weekend I held this because this guy happened on Friday. This week happened on Friday, right? Didn't stop me out, right? And then it dropped. Look at the way it dropped. I was still in this trade up until this point. Then when it started reversing, I think I closed it around this point. I didn't allow to hit full TP, full SL, right? But then it's against my rule, but then sometimes just kind of have to cut your losses short, right? So at the end, consider it eventually stopped me out, right? So let's move on. Let's move fast on to the next one, which is the GBP card. On the GBP card, this guy right here, he was just, I don't even know what my thought process was behind this trade. But this trade is ideal. It's an ideal setup, right? Because the FVG matches aligns with the 71%. If you ever look up, right? So here's what happened. Initially there was a setup here, right? Big structure, this and that. For price, yeah, I would have put my fib to around this point, but then till I stopped me out, and then but I didn't trade it. I didn't take the trade, and then we had the sweep from here, big structural momentum, and then car price reacted from it, and then came stopped out. In this trade, I didn't use that filtering technique that I usually use. I just entered it blindly. I think I didn't have any opportunity to trade that time. I didn't have any opportunity to take that time. So yeah, that was just it. So let's move on to the next one, which is AUD USD. Right, on the AUD USD, right here. This guy too, I didn't use that filtering technique. This trade I didn't take it to. It's just me basically marking of the charts and then looking at what price did in the past. So I didn't take it. This guy, I didn't use it as well. I just basically used market string, the current price actions to just mark up this chart and then execute, which was not a good approach. I should have used that technique, which I'll be doing from now on. So yeah, we had a break of structure, momentum, same, and then fair value gap around here. This is actually, it's also an ideal setup, only that we don't have the FVG around the directly on the 71% points of interest on the FIB2, but it's still ideal because it's around that zone. So that was the reason why I took this setup. These guys stopped us out almost immediately. So yeah, I think that's the last one, and I took a 73.80 loss on this guy. Right, so that's it for now. And then for the trade setups that I'm currently in the USD chip. This guy has been going up and down for a while now, but then you can see we are currently in profit. Yeah, so this one I actually analyzed it, but I didn't take it. And yes, I used what's the name for it as well, my invalidating technique for it. I used it as well. Yeah, we had a break from this point, the sweep at this point, right, and then price broke structure, was broke back, and then price will have HTTP, but I wasn't involved in it. This same setup happened the same time with those other ones that I took here, right? Could have taken a TP from here. So I've shown this one before. This one is the NZD card, right? Same continuation setup from this reversal setup, right? What this momentum, book structure, FVG aligning directly with the 71% level, right? And then you can see the drop. Although this one is not ideal to achieve because it's like catching a falling knife, but then this setup was 100% ideal, but with that my technique and so yeah, that's basically what I saw on the street. And then this one, right, I could have involved myself in it, but the reason was because we have the same base currency with the one that is currently running and the code currency for this guy. So one of the reasons why I decided on that was because it's basically like you are taking the same risk, only that in the opposite ways, right? But what I could have done was that I could have just been like, okay, maybe I'll just split my risk. Instead of taking 1% on both, I'll take 0.5 on this, 0.5 on that. So if I lose on this side, I'll just lose 0.5 and win 0.5 on the other side. But then maybe that will be something that I'll implement later on. But for now, I'll just kind of stick to what I'm doing. And then there was a setup here as well that I could have involved I saw the setup clean. I'll paste the screenshot here too. I saw the setup from this point as well, followed that my invalidating technique, followed them. Let me even structure it out. I had this sweep from this point, right? I saw it sweep from this point. Price came, broke the structure, broke the structure, broke the structure. right? And then looking at it from this point to this point right here, right? Look at the crazy rejection at this point. We have FVG right here, and we are taking our shots at this point, SL at this level, TP at this level, right? But I didn't take the setup. Reason was because, although it's not an excuse though, but then I was kind of still, my psychology was not still balanced from coming from that external range liquidity to internal range liquidity. I was not still balanced, trying to balance myself, and then yeah, that was one of the reasons why I kind of missed out on this clean setup. So I could have been up really crazily from in this my account. You can see I have just 22% minority. So let's see how this journey goes, and then yeah, that will be it. But yeah,
Subscribe and let's see how it goes.